Hello, everyone! Coming to you live from the cartographer's nightmare that is Alfgard, we bring to you the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Tournament. I am MeleeWizard alongside Sigmafan, who will be along shortly. And we have a really big matchup here for you this evening. We have Angel FM versus NESCardinality. Two really strong 3-1 runners here. So both of our runners are in the playoffs. One will go 4-1. One will be a very, very dangerous 3-2. So definitely looking forward to this one, especially since I saw what our starting stats are, which we're seeing it right now. And there's that 4 strength. It's flashing, and it's good for us. Not good for them. Although the agility and the HP are pretty good for starting off, so even though we may not be able to hit enemies very well, they won't be able to hit us, hit our runners very well either. As long as they're staying in Zone 0, and who knows what we might find there. So for those unfamiliar with Dragon Warrior Randomizer and asking what's randomized, the answer is darn near everything. Item chests are randomized, the overworld is randomized. Under these flags, the enemy stats are not, but their abilities are, so any given enemy could have spells, Dragon Lord Breath, who knows what else. And it looks like we are underway. So let's see what our starting gear looks like. We have ourselves an herb, and some money, and the obligatory magical key that allows us to get out of the room. We don't have any spells yet, so it looks like there won't be a potential for an initial gold grind. So that's unfortunate, and there's a swamp. Looks like the palace is surrounded by swamp. Oh, geez, that's a good sign. Now it's just a matter of how big is the swamp. Okay, it's not that far, and they have enough HP so they can get out. And it looks like they might be in the southeast corner of the world. And it looks like they're just getting, they're both getting a move on trying to get some exploration done. And there is our first death of the match. We have ourselves a lovely green dragon. Though, actually, now that I think about it, I realize they're exploring because they just got a whole bunch of money and they want to see if they can reach a town. And there we got a metal slime sighting, and I'll use this stop spell. That's pretty good. Though it doesn't seem to be the most common thing that he's doing. That's 2. One more hit! Okay, he's using an herb, okay. Just needs one more hit, and we are not under scared metal slime flags, so the metal slime will not run away, and there it is. Angel gets the kill, 255 experience, and a whole bunch of levels. Goes up all the way up to level 6. Holy cow. I didn't see the numbers, but considering it's 5 levels worth, that's huge. That put Angel FM in a big advantage right there. And I see over the course of those 5 levels, we got Sleep Radiant and Heal More, which is not the worst thing to see. So if NESCardinality is lucky enough to not only find that metal slime, but also to actually survive the fight, that would even things up right there. If it's going to be anywhere, it's going to be right around here. And NESCardinality sees the cave, and it is the Staff of Rain cave. Not sure if we saw that on Angel's side. I was too focused on the windfall of experience you got right off the bat. Ooh, and there's another cave right on the coast, too. And it's... looks like it's Grave of Garanham, actually, on NESCardinality's side. And he's going to take the reset to keep all that money that he's got. Angel taking advantage of the extra strength and that heal more to get a little bit of extra grinding in, perhaps. And it looks like NESCard is... It's unfortunate that he didn't see the metal slime, but until you see it, you're not gonna know it's there. And yeah, it's getting anywhere. Like, finding a town at this point is going to be a long trek. And 11, 5, 9, 7, new spell in heal, and I believe we got repel too on that level. Nice. And meanwhile, NESCardinality hits level 2. 5, 1, 3, 11, and there's the sleep spell. And it looks like he is gonna take that death. Away it goes half his gold, but he keeps the experience, and that's the important thing right now. Question in chat. Angel FM, in their initial exploration, trying to find a town with their starting money, Angel found a metal slime. And at as low a strength as they had going in, the metal slime was not going to run away. Angel survived the fight and got up to level 6 in an instant. And that's pretty much the main difference here at this point. The exploration hasn't really... neither of our runners has been able to get very far as just overworld exploration so far. We have seen Staff of Rain Cave and Grave so far, but that's about it. Yeah, but it's still early. I mean, the experience lead, it's only a 300 experience lead. It sounds like a lot now, but when they get their levels into like 14, 15, 16, 300 isn't going to matter much. It's all just a matter of, will NESCardinality find that metal slime, or will he find something before Angel does? Because I want to say he found the grave before Angel did. I don't think Angel has found it. I don't think. So Angel now finds that Staff of Rain Cave, is about to find the grave. Whether he realizes that's the grave is a whole nother thing, perhaps, but there's another metal slime. And, yep. Angel's strength was such that these metal slime started running away now. And it looks like Angel's gonna try to get to the treasure chest. Encounters a wolf. That's better luck than NESCard did when NESCard found a star wyvern the first time out. But oh, wolves have Dragolord breath, and goodbye, Angel.
Sorry, I'm late. I had people saying, but thou must a lot.
Yeah, it's... As far as exploration is concerned, you haven't missed a heck of a lot. But the main event that took place here was Angel... our runner started with just an herb and some gold. Tried to get to a town with all that money. We haven't seen one yet, but Angel did find a metal slime and survived long enough to take it out, and shot up to level 6 in an instant.
That's big. I'm looking at those spells. You got Radiant, so if Angel FM finds a cave, he can dive right in with some good stuff. Also, Heal More is good at this stage. Almost going to be good at this stage of the game. Also, Sleep to escape from some enemies. And this is off of the 4 strength, which is the bare minimum you could have. Meanwhile, as I say this, Angel FM finds a cave and a town.
So that we know about that cave. That's Staff of Rain cave. We've also seen Garen's grave. That's all we've seen so far until that town showed up.
Yes, the town in the Mirage. It felt like something out of Dragon Warrior 3, I think. Wasn't there a Mirage town in 3, or was that 4?
By Mirage... I don't recall a Mirage town in 3. And I don't remember enough about 4 to say either which way. And if that town is Hawksness, that's not what you want to see right now.
No good,
but we also have a Sherlock sighting and
cave.
another cave. And this looks like it's going to be Tablet Cave. Yes, it is.
It is Tablet Cave.
So I realized by the bumping in every direction that could have been Mountain either, but it turned out I first thought ended up being right.
Oh, by the way, about the Mirage, we have the answer. I just had the wrong game. Dragon Warrior 2, Hargon's Castle, and it's more gold.
Oh,
the
boy.
one thing Angel FM didn't want to see.
Yeah, especially since we don't really have anywhere to spend it right now. And oh, it turns out ghosts have hurt more. Isn't that fun?
So we have Middenhall and Hargon's Castle. Alright, so thank you for the answers, Mr. Holmes. No wonder you're one of the best. Isn't Mr. Holmes 5-0?
I can look at that real quick.
While you're looking that up, Angel FM has found a town. It's Breckenry, but that is even a benefit right now. It's gonna have some items that you can procure. A copper sword and some chainmail, that is beneficial right now.
Mm-hmm. And just looking up, Mr. Holmes is indeed 5-0 alongside Jacquemus Wedge.
Goes to show you, you could have a lot of mobility in this game, but sometimes you gotta take gambles to pay off, and I've seen Jack race. He's not only a good runner, he's also a pretty good gambler in that fact as well. And speaking of gambling, don't gamble. Give these racers a follow. Angel FM and NESCardinality, they're both aces in this game. And if you do want to do a little bit of a gamble, give us a follow as well. You have MeleeWizard and Sigmafan, and you also have Ali Grabrap, who is our tracker, and CD Improv, who is our wonderful restreamer. Give him a follow.
Yep, Angel FM finding another wolf, able to put him to sleep, which is good because that wolf does. We know that wolf has Dragonlord breath. So as long as that wolf stays asleep, and it does, good.
A couple more, and Angel FM will be at level 8. Goldman, not powerful enough to take out, and not really interested in smiting them right now.
Well, unless you're running Chaos Flags, you don't really want to fight Goldman anyway, unless you're doing a gold grind.
No, you don't.
Ooh, there's another town.
And it is the town of Keys.
Rimbledar. Oh my, that is big. That is big.
It's kind of interesting. You're seeing the explorations. I know I was away for the first 10 minutes of this race. I had to take care. Personal life came first. At my apartment complex where I live, I have a duty here where I help take rent, and so that's what I was doing for the first 10-15 minutes of stream.
Honestly, you haven't really missed much for exploration. All you missed was Staff of Rain, Cave, and Grave. Everything else we found you were here for. So.
Right. And getting to this race right now, Angel FM did 5 Rimmeldar, but ran into a Wraith immediately exiting. Needs to kill this Wraith and see what's in that chest. Could be the sword, could be something former, could be Silver Harp, and go back to that Staff of Rain cave.
Well, he's able to get past the Wraith, and let's see what we have in the chest here. It is an herb.
Still good though, can use it for healing. Go and detect this, don't know what else they can procure. There's a large shield there, so if Angel FM wants to grind outside of the area on Wraiths, then they can do that.
Well, if they're able to get a gold grind, say, we haven't seen what's in the Tanager treasury yet, and there's another town. And it's Cantlin, wow. So if we're able to have like good armor, I think I saw magic armor and silver shield there in Rimmeldar. If we're able to get a gold grind in the Tanager treasury, you'll be able to get those real quick.
Yep, and Angel FM's gonna heal walk all the way towards the old man and hopefully get some coordinates. And in the coordinates, it could be, we have coordinates 23 north, 14 east. This is very countable.
I
think.
Assuming that it's not across the... Unfortunately, I did not even... Found him. I don't... By the time I even looked at NESCardinality's screen, he was on his way out. I didn't even see what was in the chest. But NESCardinality does find that metal slime and takes him out, and that more or less draws him even with Angel for the experience.
Yep, and by finding the grave, NESCardinality did pick up the sword, also the fairy flute. So, with Hoxus right there, the Hoxus could mean nothing.
So, but NESCardinality being able to make it to those 3 chests, that's just swung things in a whole nother direction. Because if nothing else, he doesn't have to worry about spending money on weapons. He can just focus. Well, granted, he can only afford chainmail, but still, at least he doesn't have to worry about grinding for, say, a flame sword or anything.
No, and did Angel FM see that cave on his way?
He saw the cave. He saw the grave. He wasn't able to get to the chest though, so he knows where that is.
Well, ran to a red. Ooh, another red dragon. Is he able to run? No, he is not. And
survives 1 hit, but probably won't survive the second. No.
No, he's not, but that is a bit of a good thing for Angel FM. Can retrace the steps and get in that cave, especially with the key.
Assuming that he's even thinking about that, as opposed to trying to get more exploration done, or checking what's in the treasury here. And so we got some money, more money, fighter's ring, and fairy water. So the gold grind is there to be had. That's always a nice thing to know.
And also going underneath the castle as well could find the freebie cave, or the bonus cave, as people have called the Stones of Sunlight cave. Could be the mountain cave. We don't know what's going to happen. So let's take a peek ski. What is underneath the castle?
It's the Rainbow Drop Cave.
Very important.
So we've found that the two important caves in Staff of Rain and Rainbow Drop, so at least we don't have to worry about those when we're ready to turn stuff in. Now we just have to find the stuff that we actually need to turn in.
And there's Angel FM with level 8.
No
power. 21 and 3.
21 and 3, yeah. And it looks like got the hurt spell, which if you had gotten that a lot sooner, it probably would be doing more good.
Well, Angel FM is in the right path right now. Oh, but doesn't go all the way south and keep on going all the way south, because I believe that's where the cave is. Am I right on that?
Yeah, and Angel knows it's there. That is not a concern. Angel does know the grave is there. Angel was in there before, just has only made one attempt at diving it.
And he finds another metal slime, so that's one hit.
Meanwhile, NESCard raiding the treasury, getting that the fighter's ring and all the money.
And that's another stop spell. But that's another metal slime kill for Angel FM.
So it is.
Oh, I take that back. It was not there. It is right there.
There it is, yep. I knew it was south of Staff of Rain Cave. But with the extra levels, let's see if Angel can make it to those chests.
And the answer is yes.
Yep.
Gets the wings.
Wings,
Gets
the sword,
the and the harp.
And the flute, you mean?
Yeah, the flute, sorry. My apologies.
So, knowing that the flute is in a chest, that means one of the search spots, either in the overworld, well, we know we have coordinates, so we know there's one in the overworld, so either the search spots in Cole or Hawksnest will be empty.
And I gotta think Hawks, if I'm a betting woman, I say Hawksnest is empty because of how close it is to the castle and everything.
At least it wouldn't be a long check. But given our 19 power there, nice.
6, 9, and 5 for everything else. Agility is almost there, and this has the potential of being pretty good for Angel FM. Does Wolf has DL2 breath, as you said earlier?
Yes. Which is likely why Angel ran away from that one. Because unless you're confident that you can one-shot it, the risk is too great.
That's right. Meanwhile...
And NESCard gets a crit on a metal slime, so that's two metal slimes apiece for our runners.
The metal slimes are free today. I have to wonder about this randomizer. Are the defense shouldn't be randomized. They just must be getting really lucky.
What do you mean?
With the hits. Because their strength, it's around the point where you start whiffing on the metal slimes.
What do you mean start whiffing? I think you need your attack power close to like 140 to not be whiffing. So it's basically been 50-50 this whole time. They just gotten lucky on the coin flips.
I meant, I'm sorry, I misphrased that. When the metal slimes start running like the Dickens.
I want to say that's at around strength 20, I want to say. But yeah, the metal slimes have been sticking around long enough for them to take them out, so that is fortunate.
And Angel FM is gonna do a couple of heals. I like that strategy. Make sure, because there are wolves lying around. We have DL2 breaths, so we'll have the HP high enough to tank.
And the last one is a torch. So the deep grave was largely nothing. The magical key is fine because that pretty much paid for the dive paid for itself, kind of. But that's about it.
Right, and now Angel FM has a bit of a problem looking for, I'm assuming a wolf or a green dragon to die and start the gold grind.
Ah, yeah, probably. Although, if maybe you could get some extra experience along the way, that wouldn't be so bad, but that's probably not what Angel's thinking about right now. Nope, no, a Wolf Lord works.
Gonna be a little bit slow. I'm guessing Wolf Lord is just physical.
It looks like it right now.
And we gotta assume that NESCard is gonna do the same thing when he gets his sword.
Probably. Since neither of our runners have outside at the moment, so it's either walk out or die out. And considering that we've got that gold grind and I think both of our runners know about the kind of equipment that Rimmeldar has for sale, I would think a gold grind is definitely in the cards here.
In the cards for NESCards, hopefully. Well, Angel FM died, and now he's got his gold grind going. Now, he's got to remember which, well, he doesn't need to remember now because the gold grind is active.
Yep. So I want to say that the magical armor and the silver shield were both in Rimmeldar, so we'll likely see Angel grinding to about 22,000, if I'm doing the math right. 22, 23,000?
22.5 is the magic number, but they usually grind to 23,000 just to be safe.
Right. Oh, a little bit more is better than a little bit less. Oh, both of those items are also a Brecconary? Okay, that works too. Thankfully, those towns aren't that far away, but I'm sure Angel will definitely save before heading out just to be on the safe side.
Meanwhile, NESCardinality is using a really good strategy. He's just going to fight everything and has now a 7 experience point lead.
Mm-hmm.
So, however, the only difference is now time, as Angel FM has about a 4-minute, I want to say about a 2 to 3 minute lead.
And I didn't catch if NESCardinality saw Cantlin, and if so, that means as far as exploration is concerned, we're pretty much dead even as well. Because I think Cantlin was the last thing that Angel saw, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, Angel FM saw everything in that area. I don't think NESCards did either.
I found Cantlin before Rimmeldar, but the fact that they've both seen Rimmeldar and Cantlin, and that's pretty much the extent of the exploration for both of our runners. So the length of this gold grind is pretty much the difference between our two runners right now. And given the way it started, yeah, it's amazing just how the tides can shift one way or the other.
Absolutely. And now Angel FM is making the run. That's Hawk's Nest right there.
Yep.
Just got to go a little bit north and find Brecconary, which I think has one of the two. I know it's got I think it has both. And Angel FM is going to prove me right. Goes into Brecconary and has a shopping spree. Just as the But yep, both of them are there.
Alright, so that's pretty much all money concerns are now over. So really the only thing that we'd be seeing people spend, either of our runners spend money on, would be trips to the inn, or maybe stocking up on herbs or something. Oh, that's also a thought. We know Angel saw the coordinates. Apparently NESCard might not have.
Angel FM is looking to go into Hawk's Nest. Is going to take a shot there. If Angel FM does not get anything out of Hawk's Nest, we now know where the two items are in the overworld and coal.
Mm-hmm. And one of those two spots will be where our armor is.
Meanwhile, Angel FM with a Magiwyvern, he'll go up to level 10 after this fight.
Nice.
And there it is. Let's take a look at these stat gains. Hopefully they're any good.
1 8
power.
2 38.
38!
Wow. That's a lot of magic there. That'll definitely do our runners some good. But what's the trap tile here in Hawksness? It is a golem. They have
That's
the fairy
good
flute.
news. Fairy. Yep.
Now it's just a matter of how long the golem stays asleep. But with as much MP as Angel has right now, it should be able to withstand some shots and heal up.
That's right. So, I think what Angel's gonna do is... I think you gotta grind on this golem for a little while, don't you?
Maybe later, but I probably... There's too much stuff left to find. Of which we found none of it here in Hawksness, it turns out.
Yeah, my theory was correct, unfortunately. So Cole will have one thing, Search Spot will have the other thing. Now, I didn't take a good look north of the castle. I don't think either one went to that upper part.
It's not a straight walk for these coordinates, I know that much. 23 north, it'll be... You have to cross... There's a body of water in the way for that. And NESCardinality takes out the golem as well, and we'll get the bad news. But the good news of that 38 MP gain, that's always nice.
By the way, I called the level 10 the Blink 182 level. Because if you take a look at the... Well, the first level's 1, second level 8, third level 2. 182. Now, the only thing that would have made it better is if the MP were 23. So I could say, what's my age again?
Anyway.
Meanwhile, Angel FM just got to level 11.
Yep. 3, 2, 2. Another 8 magic. Okay. So I don't think we'll have to worry about magic points when it comes time to do some Sharlock dives. So
Nah,
perhaps we can focus on some of these other stats, and hopefully they'll get boosted by then.
Now, Angel FM is gonna go to Breckenridge. Looks like just to heal up at the inn and maybe continue that mode of exploration. NESCardinality is back in Cantlin. I think NESCards remembers he did not get the coordinates. I don't believe. So
well, at the very least, he's stocking up on herbs. So. And unfortunately, there's nothing in Sharlock's backyard. except a whole lot of swamp.
Like the Florida Everglades.
Yeah, looks like he is going to go get those coordinates now.
So here we are back in that area. Angel FM going south. Did all the others go west last time? Yeah.
Yeah, just seeing more of the world in all its black swampy glory.
There could be a reason for this. Maybe trying to find where Tantagel was and maybe map out the coordinates that way.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But considering that we've still got Mountain Cave to find, not to mention coal, we've still got a lot of stuff to find. Considering that we haven't found the harp, the stones of sunlight, or the token, and there's a town and a cave, and ooh, it's Garenham.
Also important, Mountain Cave could be down below.
Mm-hmm. Or it could be right next door. But we got 3 chests right here, and we got some money. Oh, there's the Stones of Sunlight. So there's one. And that's empty, which means it's probably an herb. And what's in the Garenham basement? Looks like it's Mountain Cave.
That's what it is.
Yep, we got 5 more chests to find to go hunt down, and a Demon Knight in the dark. Ugh. Meanwhile, NESCard's finding an armored knight, and he's taking it on. Wow. I mean, granted, they're pretty strong right now, and looks like the AK-47 is packing baby breath. And sleep. Ooh, that's bad. But, ooh, Angel finds the silver harp.
That's 2, so that means coordinates are... We know the coordinates have something, and a metal slime. Now they're at the strength where they start whiffing and missing. And another magic key for Angel FM.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about the metal slime running away, they've been at that level of strength for a while now.
Right, but for the last few metal slime fights, haven't ran from Ness, haven't ran from Angel FM.
And that's pretty much, that's just luck right there.
Well, in some cases, you gotta
from the moment their strength hit 20, the metal slimes have had a chance to run away. If they don't, that's on them. And looks like NESCard's following in the same path that Angel FM is. Makes sense. There's really no. This path has been pretty linear so far. I mean, we haven't even seen Swamp Cave yet,
which could be on right next door.
Possibly.
Meanwhile, he has cut into that 400. It's now a 300-point experience lead and gets level 11 is what NESCards does. And it's just going to be... It could come down to the best grind spot. Whoever grinds the best between 2 of them. Angel of Him fights the Death Necklace. That could be beneficial later on. Mm-hmm. Especially since both of them are running a strength hit point build.
Yeah, we'll see how our health and strength looks once it gets closer to Sharlock time.
And here's NESCards on his way to...
There was another cave there. There was another... I don't think Angel saw that particular cave. Because there's the town that we saw. There's Garenham. There's the cave to the west. There was another cave to the northwest of that. I don't recall seeing that on Angel's side.
No, we didn't. And we've seen We've seen Tablet. We've seen Stone. We haven't seen the Vanilla Stones of Sunlight. We haven't seen either of the two Swamp Caves. So one of them has got to be Swamp. The other one has got to be.
I mean, it is possible that that's both ends of Swamp. There's no. I don't think the randomizer requires Swamp Cave, the two halves of Swamp Cave, to be far away from each other.
Well, Angel FM is going to find out right now.
I mean, though, I don't know if we'll see the other cave on Angel's side, though. I don't know how. I think they're close enough. Yep, okay, they are close enough, so Angel does see that other one, too. You know, NESCard is following right behind in Mountain Cave, having found the Stones of Sunlight and the Silver Harp. And Angel hits level 12.
On the nose. 0, 1, 18, 4, and Hurtmore. Alright, we're good.
Okay, yeah. Well, good on the health front. And there's the Stones of Sunlight Cave. And it's Fairy Water.
I
did not. What was in the other cave? I totally blanked on it.
It's got to be Swamp Cave because he skipped that one and went to the other one first after seeing it.
Fair enough. And at our current attack levels, Angel and NESCard are probably going to be taking whatever fights come their way at this point. As long as they're, like, decent fights, like, say, the Demon Knight, the Knights, the Metal Slime.
And you can do Green Dragons, because they don't seem to have anything ugly. Okay, now, this is interesting. There's that river you were talking about earlier. There's south enough to where, the castle would be. So, I think around Rimeldar might be the area where that search spot is.
Possibly.
Bam!
And dueling, wow! Almost synchronous Metal Slime kills. Dang!
That's what they need.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, Magidrakes have Fire Breath, so... And Angel FM Miss Menus accidentally burns the heal or hurt more.
Well, better now than against the Dragon Lord, I guess.
Remember how I said how it was going to be close? Look what we see at the absolute lowest left-hand corner.
I see it, and it looks like Angel's already starting to count. So those coordinates are real close by. Now it's just a matter of, is it the token or is it the armor?
Whichever one it isn't is in coal.
Right. Well, I mean, if we find the armor here, then it is possible that the token could still be in a chest, I think. But, and it is the token, so the armor is going to be in coal. Now we just have to find coal. Since we have knowledge of Swamp Cave, that leads to the possibility that that coal could be on the other side of that cave.
And HLFM is fighting a red dragon, so with baby breath, no less.
And hits a hurt more. Nice. I don't think that was that strong of a chance to hit that hurt more, so that was nice.
Yeah, I have to feel that's a bit of a miss menu on Angel FM's part. Angel FM's a good enough runner to know that it's a 1 out of 16 shot to bullseye a red dragon with a hurt more. It's the same.
If it was a miss menu, it benefited him, so not gonna complain. So NESCard takes out a red dragon too, so it seems like whatever one runner does, the other one is not far behind. And NESCard, as he continues south, NESCard will ultimately find the... We'll hopefully see where he is right now. Nope, he didn't go quite far enough to see Tandagel, so he doesn't realize where he's at the moment, I don't think.
That's right, and he didn't see... This could benefit Angel FM, finding that small piece of Tandagel Castle. Oh, and that's a town right there. No, wait.
That was... We'd seen that one.
Yeah, that was Cantlin. Now going to the swamp. That dead ends, so now we know, gotta dive Swamp Cave, go to the other side, and there'll be a small island, and Rimmel and Cole's gotta be there. Shocks me too, Interrobane. That really does shock me. NESCards is a real heads-up player, has a good map game. That really shocks me.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how long it takes him to realize that. I fear it may require a death warp to fully realize what he has seen. Yep, and NESCard does have the coordinates, so he is aware of what general direction that's in. Alright, so let's see what's here, over here on the other side of the world. Well, there's a town. I think that's got to be Cole. There can't be... Yep, it is Cole. I don't think it could have been anything else. I think we had seen all the others.
Yeah, we have. So Angel FM is in grind and go mode. Now here's the question that I have for you, Melee. You've seen the Golem in Hawk's Nest, and that is very close to Sharlock, which is also close to Breckenridge.
Yep.
Do you grind on those Golems? Do you grind in Sharlock? Both of them, you know, are very, very close to Breckenridge.
Well, that 0 strength gain again. That's not looking too good, though. Honestly, I see people in chat suggesting checking the swamp trap tile. I probably wouldn't at this point, just because traveling to Swamp Cave, that is a walk to have to get to Swamp Cave again.
Well,
although it is a short walk, back to Garenham, I suppose. But that's assuming that you don't you don't take an unfortunate death at some point. But NESCard is actually rescuing the princess. I didn't even check to see. I didn't even notice what the enemy was at the trap tile. Which apparently, according to chat, is apparently an Axe Knight, so that's nice.
Yep, and Angel FM is going to cash everything in.
Yep, and NESCard having the outside spell, which they must have learned recently, is going to find Cole along the way. And The only downside is that Angel was able to collect the token first time through. NESCard is going to have to spend the time walking all the way around the world again to get to where those coordinates lead.
Now, Angel FM... Uh-oh, I think she might have missed where
Ooh.
Jerk Cave was. It is bottom of Tangential, and and Angel FM does know that.
Well... If that is actually the case, that is unfortunate.
But I think what might be happening is somebody in the chat pointed out, Alligator Brat pointed out, could just be a grind. Yeah, going into Swamp Cave.
I find that more likely, yeah. So NESCardinality returning the princess home after collecting Edric's armor. And while Angel had not checked what the trap tile was in Swamp, so I don't blame him for at least checking this. And it makes sense that he didn't turn in get the rainbow drop immediately after getting the Staff of Rain, because that would involve a trip back to Tangential and then go out and doing your grind. It seems a bit more efficient to maybe go get that rainbow drop before you head off to Charlock.
That is true. And now Angel FM begins the grind. He will be slaughtering some Axe Knights. So let's take this time to do some plugging, shall we?
Alright then.
So let's plug our runners. First of all, Angel FM and NESCardinality. Give them a wonderful follow on this wonderful platform called Twitch. Two of our ace runners, especially NESCardinality and Angel FM. Yeah, I said they're both ace runners. Yeah, so there's the links right there. You can also download the randomizer, which is done by the wonderful McGrew. The link's right there in the chat, along with tournament standings. And join our Dragon Warrior Randomizer Discord and talk to a whole bunch of us. We have races. We also have rooms for Dragon Warrior Rando 2, 3, and 4. Which is
amazing, by the way.
I've never played... Here's the thing, I've never played Dragon Warrior 3 or 4. I admit I've never done that. I need to do that.
I'm the same way with 4, though to be fair, my experience with 3 is mostly with the Game Boy Color version, so... if going into the Dragon Warrior 3 randomizer, I'd probably want some experience to familiarize myself with the NES version. NESCardinality finds the token, putting those coordinates to work, and is going straight for the grind. So as of now, Angel FM has about 1,100 experience advantage, and that's about the 10 to 1,500 range. That's about where it'll stay, probably, unless something interesting happens. The level 14, 24 power, 1-1.
That's your interesting thing to happen. That's it.
Well, Angel's still going, though. So at 123, that would put your damage range at 5 to 11, which, even with as much MP as our runners have, that 5 to 11 does not sound good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see the HP gain. I guess it was just like 1 or 2, so no.
Yeah, it was 1.
Okay, then you don't. You gotta grind another level. And that's what you don't want to see, a fizzled hurt more on the Axe Knight while you're grinding. Meanwhile, NESCardinality is doing something interesting, grinding on these Druid Lords.
No, that was just the off step. That was a random encounter between Axe Knight fights. But yeah, I would agree that probably level 15 would probably be... It would definitely look better, if nothing else. Although, I guess when NESCardinality hits level 14, we'll see if he feels the same way.
Well, we've seen his abilities to breeze through Sharlocks this tournament. If you remember his match against Brysolf, he had suboptimal agility. Like, he had like 62 or 63 agility and was able to breeze right through Sharlock and be able to win the match that way.
Well, running away from enemies, sometimes it's an art more than a science, because in theory, your agility score factors into it, but sometimes it just feels like it doesn't. Yeah, but if NESCardinality decides to go in at 14, and if that's enough, that would be a huge thing, but I don't see it at the moment. Although getting these off-step encounters probably isn't helping NESCardinality too much, but there's level 14, so will NESCardinality continue the grind, or will he keep doing it? No, he's... Ooh. Or maybe he's just going to heal at Cole, but for a second there, I thought we had something going here.
Meanwhile, we'd like to give a shout out to the Velvet Merkin, who has just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much, Velvet Merkin. Enjoy all the races and everything that you find here on RPG Limit Break, and thank you for subscribing, and we thank you for your support.
I really need to write down these experience totals at one of these days, because I can never remember how much experience you need from one level to the next.
Angel FM is about 3 more Axe Knights away from getting, well, 4 more Axe Knights away from getting level 15, which is at 7,500.
Yep, Tracker Alley Group Rap helping me on that in chat as well, thank you. Although when I'm running it, I usually don't think about it. It's just I keep going till I hit the level. I don't think about how long it'll take to get there, unless we're like going to like the 20s or something, and I'm worried about that my opponent that had finished like a half hour earlier or something.
Well, there it is. There's level 15 for Angel FM. If there's any decent attack
strength of 1.
And only 1 hit point, but you have 15 heal mores, and no, not gonna go for it.
Question in chat, why is level 15 so important? It's more of a case of we need strength to really be comfortable with the Sharlock dive, and 15 was the next level, so we didn't know what stats we were gonna get. Turned out it wasn't really enough, so Angel FM is continuing the grind. So it's that case of just the next level could be the one. And until you actually see the level, you're not going to know for sure.
Because right now you have a basement of 6, a ceiling of 12, you're averaging 9, with 15 heal mores, with good defense power. It's just... You're kissing it, I would say right now. You're kissing it. You're not quite there yet.
Yeah, 9 times 15, that's... I'm not even going to try to do math on Twitch like that right now, but... Considering that the Dragon Lord in this randomizer has an HP range between 150 and 165, just based off of that, say the average of 135, that's... I wouldn't go for it at this point. Unless you're expecting to get a lot of high rolls, it's probably not going to end well for you here.
But with the defense power, you could get doubles, so...
But that is also possible, but it's... If that's what you're going to rely on... Ooh, Angel's... He's... I didn't check to see what Angel's magic was. Maybe he's heading off to heal? Yeah, he's heading off to heal.
And one shot at Druid Lord while you're out.
And NESCardinality hits 15, and we'll see what decision he decides to make here. And nope, he's not even stopping to check the numbers, to check his stats. He's just continuing on.
You saw the 1 and 1 in the attack and HP, and it's like, okay, 6 to 12, not gonna do it. 1 HP, not gonna be Death Necklaceable, so yeah, gotta get back on this grind.
Death Necklace isn't even a viable option right now until our runners unless our runners get to like 130. Because that way, using the Death Necklace would bring you back down to about 97, which would put you, which would keep you safe from a double shot of max rolled Firelord breath, Dragon Lord breaths. Now, question in chat: the Death Necklace in Vanilla was an item that was a random find in the mountain cave, but in the randomizer, it's been given some extra functionality. If you decide to use the Death Necklace in addition to being cursed, you will gain 10 extra attack points at the cost of 25% of your max HP. So it's definitely a risk-reward thing, because if you use it and fail, you're going to be stuck outside Tanager with 1 HP, and considering how long of a walk it is towards the nearest town, that's not something you want to have to do.
And it is 97.50 to get to 16. If either the hit points or strength gets like... If it gets like 15 hit points or 10 strength, Angel FM's go.
We'll have to see what level 16 gives us. It's a pretty close fight here. One failed dive could make all the difference here.
Angel FM is 2 away.
Yep, just 2 more. So one thing I'm noticing when our runners are going into different directions to heal. Angel is going south to heal at Garanham. NESCardinality is heading north to heal at Cole. It's probably not amounting to that much of a difference because the trip through the cave is longer for Angel, but the trip in the overworld is longer for NESCard. And here's level 16, power of 3, hit points of 7.
713.
Angel's continuing. One possible option here is what some people have termed as the dive and grind, where some people would continue this grind they're doing here like midway towards the next level and just take fights within reason going down through Sharlock and get an extra level that way. Curious to see if maybe that's what Angel might be thinking of here.
It's possibly. However, I'm looking at this level and look at it now, since you have so much MP and you have hit points over 120 with the 91 defense. I think you're gonna see NESCards go.
Possibly. Yeah, maybe Angel FM is looking more at the AP and not at the MP. But we'll see what NESCardinality does when he hits 16.
It's going to be 14 more... No, 11 more... 13 more X Knights for Angel FM.
Alright, so one more Axe Knight for NESCard, and we'll see what NESCardinality does at this point. Yep, 3, 3, 7, 6. And it looks like he's leaving. NESCardinality's going. But it looks like
Angel FM is
just
going as well. We're going to have a race.
So I think Angel FM might be doing the dive and grind thought as well. But with that, Angel is stopping to get the MP refilled. So this Cardinality will be the first one to get to get the rainbow drop. But oh man, this is going to be insanely close. So I'm thinking Angel FM decided to complete that round of grinding and might be doing a dive and grind to 17 on the way down.
Right, about 1,000 away from 17. Actually, 875 away from 17. So this could get very interesting. It all depends on the Charlock at Charlock. Here's NESCard's. NESCard's looks to be going to be the first to get there.
Well, he'll probably be healing at Breckenary first, but yeah, it'll be real close. Yeah, the time spent at Breckenary, Angel might be the first one into Charlock, but it'll be a matter of seconds. And it all comes down to how Charlock treats our runners here.
We are going to be neck and neck.
It's practically in sync here. This is insane.
NESCard's runs into something immediately.
Yeah, well, the difference here is that I think we're pretty sure that NESCard's going to be running from everything on the way down. Angel probably will be taking some fights to try to get to 17 on the way down, and I think that might end up costing him the race here, unless 17 gives you something big and NESCard falls short in the Dragon Lord fight. Oh man, this is gonna be exciting. Thankfully, these werewolves don't seem that threatening, but considering the defense that our runners have between the wizards and the werewolves, yeah, these are really not threatening at all. If we were seeing like red dragons on this first floor, we'd probably be seeing something different.
Yeah, just finding more werewolves. But the thing is, though, the agility is good at 83. You should be better than 50% to run from the red dragons and the armored knights.
Well, if we see any, we'll see how that turns out. Question in chat, wondering about an item that allows you to see more underground. That is actually the Radiant spell, and I don't blame NESCardinality for using the torch instead, because you want to keep as much MP as you can for the Dragon Lord fight. And I want to say at this, I don't recall.
And now NESCard's is in the basement.
Yeah, NESCard's in the basement, not checking the treasury there. Well, we do see an armored knight when he gets away. And Angel is sticking around to grind that last level. He's stopping at the floor that he's at, and the blue dragons have heal more. Oh, that's not good.
That's bad. Unless there's a red dragon in the spike spot that could cause some problems. That extra grinding could have done the damage.
NESCard's not at the trap tile yet. What is it? It is a blue dragon. And Angel FM is one fight away from another level.
That's lucky for NESCards. That low roll gets him beating the blue dragon. Now, he has 122 hit points. That is nowhere near enough for the Death Necklace.
Power 3, 1, 9, 3. That's level 17 for Angel.
That is definitely Death Necklace. That is go. 17 was the absolute go.
Alright, NESCard has been declared a fool and is fighting the Dragon Lord. First phase down into the second. Do we get a back attack? No, we don't.
And a max to start. And another high roll.
Angel. Yep, and Angel of Femme is on the bottom floor as well.
NESCard's at 34. $43.
Angel using the Fairy Flute to get away from the Golem.
NESCard's at 55. This should do it. This should be okay. $65. $73.
And Angel gets to the blue dragon.
83.
Decides to stop spell, having seen that heal more.
90.
Deciding to burn a hurt more on the blue dragon as well. Interesting.
102.
Angel of M goes into the Dragon Lord of White, does not use the Death Necklace going in.
113. Barring something weird, NESCards will have won this race.
Mm-hmm. Barring an unfortunate mismenu or something.
Because even if all the rolls are minimum rolls, that's not going to do it. That would not stop him, and that 12 pretty much seals it. At 153 right now, even though Angel FM is at the Dragon Lord, that's not going to matter.
Yep, NESCardinality takes down the Dragon Lord. That was a really, really close race.
It was, and as it turns out, it was just, oh, he hit it right on the nose, 164. If it was short, he was gone.
I think I saw someone in chat say that he maybe tried to swag more a little bit, But with that, NESCardinality takes first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 59 seconds. GG.
All of NESCardinality took the chance at 16, did not pay off. It did pay off.
Okay, I was about to say.
Well, it didn't pay off for Angel FM.
Yeah, that was kind of. I could see where some people think that level 16 was kind of borderline there.
But an SRL time of 1 hour, 12 minutes, 59 seconds. NESCardinality goes to 4-1. Angel FM goes to 3-2. We're seeing both of them again in the playoffs.
Yeah, both of our runners had already clinched a playoff spot. This was all purely for bracket seeding. Although I think this has been a rather strong field just all the way through here.
You have some good runners that have missed the brackets. And Angel FM has finished. Defeated the Dragon Lord. Get your GGs out.
With four Healmore's to spare too.
Yeah, that additional hit points did the business. And where's Angel going? I think Angel FM knows that NESCard's finished. That's why he's doing this.
Yeah.
And speaking
and we
of,
have NESCardinality.
Here he is now.
Yeah.
Hi everyone.
NESCardinality in the booth. GG.
Thank you so much.
That was an insane race you guys had. Angel FM finishing second place with an official time of 1:14.46. This race was after like the first few minutes, this race was really, really close between the two of you. It was crazy just how close it was.
Oh well, that's always good.
The thing is Angel FM did have the early advantage because Angel's first kill was a metal slime.
First kill, wow! I had a few moments of fear. The first was when I saw a metal slime and it ran away. The second was when I found the grave, and later discovered that the sword was indeed in there. So there were tons of ways Angel could have gotten ahead of me. And then the third was I thought I had explored the entire island. I didn't see the opening to Hawksness, so I didn't know what was going on. I thought, is it possible for there to be a key in the grave and Swamp to be at home? But I didn't think that was a possibility, so I was really worried.
Yeah, and we have Angel FM with us now. Angel FM, NESCardinality, that was a fantastic race to both of you. And going through your mind, Angel FM, when you saw all the towns line up, what were you thinking at that time? Thinking, I'm hoping for Cole. I'm hoping for Cole. After you found the coordinate.
I don't know. I wasn't so much concerned about Cole as I felt like I was getting everything possible. I mean, as soon as I came in, I hear, yeah, first metal slime was a kill for me, and that put me pretty good point. I thought I'd be ahead the whole time.
And for the most part, you were actually in the lead for most of this race. Although for about 3/4 of your guys' exploration, it was wherever Angel went, NESCardinality was there like maybe a couple minutes later. And the thing that put NESCardinality ahead was when NESCardinality hit 16, he left immediately. Whereas you finished that round of grinding and basically did a dive and grind to 17. That was pretty much what set NESCard ahead.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I was thinking about 16, and I just felt like I could waste my MP quick enough and just get the 17 just as fast.
Wow, I'm really surprised. When I went to 16, people watching will see how much I hesitated. I actually thought you might try to go at 15, and it was such a close call, and I was just looking at our agility. I think it was at 80 at that point, and even with the silver shield, I was worried about it, so I grinded to 16. But the 16, I really felt like I had to go to have a chance, and it looks like I was right.
No, you played that correctly, because I really was looking at 15 and thought, okay, this is possible, but let's be safe, especially with how I felt ahead, and let's go 16.
And then 16 was small, I guess. It was pretty small.
3 attack powers, 7 hit points. I think it nudged you over that threshold to where it felt safe to go.
That was perfectly safe to go. It just, I don't know. Like I said, I felt like I was just ahead, and decided to take the chance on it, and obviously it cost me.
And to put things into proper context, Angel, while you guys were doing your grind, and both of you were doing the Axe Knight grind, Angel, you were at about 1,200 experience ahead, and you both entered Sharlock at about the same time.
Wow.
And the fact that NESCardinality was running from everything while Angel was taking fights along the way, that pretty much made the difference.
Wow, incredibly close. I can't wait to watch it back. I got a consolation Metal Slime fairly early on, but I guess just all the Drakey fighting that I had to do to chip away at the first, 3 levels, I guess that's what put me behind.
Yep, Angel did have a bit of an early experience advantage because of that first Metal Slime kill. But yeah, you made it up with some Metal Slime kills. I think both of you had at least 3 Metal Slime kills in this race. That was nice.
Yeah, I got 3 total, and my third put me to 3,000 experience, so it was 1/4 of the experience I had gained at that point.
And another thing that I thought was impressive on Angel FM's side, when you spotted that one little corner of Tanagal when you were across the river, you were able to use that to count out the coordinates. Well, NESCardinality rescued Gwaylin and got found the search spot that way.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to try and count the coordinates before, because I was just going to go get the princess, and then I just see Tangel right on the very corner, and I decided to double count to make sure that, yeah, this is going to be the right count.
I'm not sure if I had an opportunity to look across. I think when I got the coordinates, I was already at Cantlin, and I wasn't 100% sure if there was a good reason to go back and look. I hadn't looked yet, and I wasn't sure if that place would be the right place to look or how far it would be, and it was a long walk. So I just said, okay, I'll get the princess, and I'm still really impressed that you peeked over and got it that way. So congrats.
Well, I was just looking for Cole at that point, and I just happened to notice it, so took the chance, and it worked out.
And for whatever it's worth, when you were passing through that same area, we were kind of wondering, given your cartography skills with this game, we figured maybe you would notice notice where you were on the map, I guess. But I guess that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure when I got definitely when I got the coordinates, I had not gotten to that area above. And so I had no idea, I was just assuming it would probably be the swamp cave. It was a really long, windy walk to get there. And it ended up being on the mainland. So yeah, I just grabbed the princess and made the best of it. It would have been better if the 2 things were switched. If I'd gotten the token beforehand, and then the armor was the search spot, then I would have had an excuse to go back for the jerk cave, and it wouldn't have even mattered. Could have just delivered Hawksness and then walked, and it might have been faster that way, but it didn't work out that way, so probably lost a minute or 2 that way.
Yeah, but you know what? It was still a well-raced race, and I gotta say at NESCards, over the past of this tournament, you've had some of the best Sharlock luck I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I did want to talk about that, briefly. I think I saw 1 blue dragon and I think 3 armored knights on the bottom floor, and I failed to run once against the blue dragon, but I did get away from the armored knights first try all 3 times. And I had very few encounters, so I don't know about every race, but this one we were very lucky in that regard, I suppose.
And one thing that Angel saw, I don't think you did, but those blue dragons had heal more.
Oh wow, yeah. So I got lucky against the mini boss then.
Yeah, because you rolled on your second attack, you rolled low, and then in the third attack, you rolled high enough to defeat him. We also want to announce we have a couple more races tonight with the Dragon Warrior Rando Summer League Swiss rounds, round 5. Chitin 619 takes on Colin Cakes, both these runners 1 and 3. They'll be on Randomania, but on this channel at RPG Limit Break at 11 p.m. Lord of the Synth takes on Monsieur Slime. And those two should be some really good races. To give you a little taste of what's going to happen in the playoffs, starting, I think, next week.
Yeah, and Lord of the Synth and Monsieur Slime being 1 and 3 as well. Although from what I'm noticing here, looks like Lord of the Synth and Monsieur Slime are doing something interesting with the flags. I don't know what that particular flag string means, but I know they're planned. They have something planned for us.
I think it's chaos.
To some extent, I don't know what. I'd have to look up what those which flags are which on that particular string. But yeah.
Everyone who loves the chaos of Randomizer, if people are using extended flags, those races are going to be worthwhile because they aren't usually raced that way. And I saw the Cursed Belt % race, which was not the only thing they did. They did a bunch of other flags. Spells came in order. Enemies gave random experience. It was fascinating to watch, and it was really fast. They finished in under half an hour. So whatever these two have planned, it could be pretty epic as well.
And there's also the exhibition match I had with Poidrak, where we showed off Three's Company, amongst other things.
Oh, I think that's the one I'm talking about, actually. That one was excellent.
It was also one where we didn't tell the commentator what we were doing beforehand. That was cool.
That's awesome.
I think the only other person that knew was the restreamer, who kind of had to, because they had to put the ROM file into the tracker.
Absolutely. But those type of races, they're always fun to watch. I did a sprint warrior rando with Brysol for our round 5 match, which is always fun. Anyway, just want to let everybody know I'd like to thank both of you for a well-raced race. Any last words? Or any parting words?
Yeah, thank you guys for putting it on, and I really just wanted to say, I had this thought the first 10 minutes into the race. I'm kind of glad that this was a race where we were already guaranteed playoff spots, because anytime you have a race with Metal Slimes close to home, there's bound to be, some really silly factors that go into it. I'm glad this race ended up so even, but I'm also really glad that, a race that was kind of based around Metal Slimes in a way was not that significant to the results.
And I just want to give a thank you out to the commentators, to Tracker, and to the restreamer. Thank you very much for all you guys do.
Thank you very much.
And it looks like we're going to be paying a visit to Invenerable, who's currently playing Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise. So enjoy that, and enjoy the races we have later on tonight.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Yep, absolutely. For our racers, Angel FM and NESCardinality, for our tracker, Ali Grabrap, and for our wonderful restreamer, CD Improv. Also, for my co-commentator, MeleeWizard, this is Sigmafan saying good night. Good night.